That's why we have to understand the immigrants. We do understand them. They out there hid and running around and getting beat upside the head and thrown in a ditch because they don't understand America. And we understand America without malice. We just state these are facts, man. So, this non-territorial government inside the United States, okay, this is big time stuff. We ain't shooting for no, just a little organization here. We're shooting for non-territorial government with all the institutions necessary to function. We'll have our basic 10 to 15 point program for what we're working toward. We'll have our security services, not like CARE and everything, but which, let's call it our rapid deployment team. If something happened, or something getting ready to happen amongst the Muslims, we send 4 or 5 brothers there to check things out. If something has already happened, they have enough money to help the people. If the people need burial, if the people need, they may need to get a plot. They may have all that stuff taken care of. But we're going there to assist them, not to push nobody around. We also have, and part of that is an investigatory. We're not going to accept what they say. We're going to investigate that. And we have a file that has the behavior patterns of literally everything that has happened. That they blame on us. We even going back, you know, on TV, they call them cold cases. All of the fitna, they didn't blame it on us. We're going to investigate it, sir. Criminal investigation. Using the laws of criminal investigation. Right? And then we associate our own file. When we present certain facts, if we got 10 solid facts and 25 associated facts, we're going to put out the 10 facts. We're not going to put all those other things that fit in there. You know what I mean? Why? Because we're going to be solid on everything we do. And as the years go by, these patterns, we already got enough. They've already done enough harm. For us here in America, I mean for our group, we have already seen, like right now, with the people in California and all of them, we're not, we're the predator now for like abdul-alim, for Mukhtar, all that old dumb stuff. They, in fact, when I go back there, I may take 1 or 2 people with me. Because that stuff they was doing is over. But we ain't allowing no conflict. We're not allowing them to come. And because the stuff is over, we're going to come now. And we needle them a little bit. And he said, this is over. That means that's the stuff we told them years ago to get them back to food. You got to remember, I might have something here. This direct action stuff, something white folks talk about. They call this, we've studied a lot of stuff. We study everything, technically we study everything we get our hands on. And I got stacks of those books, sociology, psychology, all of that. But we study it to study it. We don't just jump up and start following this stuff. If y'all remember our current and future programs, this is not the whole thing, but this is being incorporated in some re-Africanization of the Islamic movement in North America, de-Israelization of the Islamic movement in North America, balanced space awareness, to be aware of of the environment. It used to be battlefield awareness, but we call it battle space awareness. Islamic dialectical idealism. Islamic dialectical idealism views change as natural, constant, historical, and evolutionary. Real revolution emerges from and should be guided by idealism, imagination, and possibility, thinking or believing. We must strive for a high level of self-determination by which events that affect us are directed by our idealism, not vice versa. In other words, call it moral imagination. Call it visualization. Remember we was talking about movie making earlier? In our own movies, we're going to make what we expect in the future, what we're working toward. And people will see it over and over again. And they'll say, hey, that makes sense. So we're going to show them in our movies how we're going to fix a new world. You see what I mean? We're going to show them how to avoid conflict. We're going to show the white people. Because don't worry. If they don't invite us up, we're going to have CDs, videos, and articles all throughout West Virginia. It's only a few miles away. And little town Ohio, I go through Ohio every time I go to the You go through everything. We go through all of the United States every time we go out there and come back, except Maine. And we're going to go up to Maine, too. You know why? The white governor said, those Negro fellas from Rhode Island and from New York come up here and give heroin and get our white girls pregnant. You remember that? It was just last year, 2 years ago. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah, that's the governor. Well, welcome aboard, the white governor. Boy, you were a little bit late. The white sheriff is just devastated in these little towns. Because all the kids, and this is not the first, this is the second and third generation. This stuff been going on for 30, 35 years. So they done wiped out crews. When you look on the internet and everywhere, they got white kids standing up against the wall, being patted down. And it's not that it's sad, but it is. Any human being. And here we come. Our religion is going to help us organize a non-territorial government. We're going to have a real government in our hand. And we're going to everybody. We're talking to people. We're not going to sit around and wait. Like if we ask somebody to come, we're not going to wait on them Negroes. Absolutely not. We don't even use things like organizing for social change. I was reading that stuff last night. We used that back 15 years ago, some of it. But we're way beyond the stuff we got to do that people don't even write about because they don't know nothing about it. Designing action, they know the word. We have already designed our actions. We're living in something that we've already designed. So, out there, from now on, we're going to relate to our people. For instance, all of our people that are some still in exile. You're in East Africa, some of you have had programs done, public broadcasting. You're good friends of ours. We want you right now to let all of your African nationalist friends, that for you, you're their hero. When you go to black bookstores and they're looking at books with your name and stuff on it, and you tell them, oh yeah, that's my friend. They say, I don't believe it. They don't believe it. So I want y'all, and y'all know who I'm talking to, especially from Tanzania. You took over the party after elders stepped down, and you moved to Black Africa. we want, let's call it endorsements. See, we haven't been able to work with we haven't worked with Black Lives Matter and none of that. You know why? We haven't touched them. You go to demonstrations and watch, because everybody that's coming around them is the police. When I say everybody that I saw was the police. So I didn't want to be mixed up with, but with your endorsements, see, the little black national group, now they asked me over at, you probably know these Negroes. In fact, one of them, if anybody saw the movie Panther, remember in the movie Panther, they go to San Francisco and they got people talking Simba, Ooga Booga, and all of that. Well, the guy that was the leader there, that's what he told me over at Howard. They had a black front program over there a couple of years ago, and I just went. So I went there, and I basically knew everybody. They had Marvin X, them signing books. So I got one of these books. He's from Oakland. Of course, he's persona non grata in Oakland, but the people here don't know that. You know what I mean? And so anyway, they asked me to come and tell about something that y'all know about. They had heard about the third arm of the civil rights movement. Everybody know about Martin Luther King, everybody know about the black y'all. But they didn't know about the gangster side, black mafia. Now, legally, nobody knows except a few of us that when the party and others were broke and stranded in Algeria, that their Negroes came here, not Negroes plural, but they came when the party was at its brokest part. And what they brought helped everybody leave Algeria and go to Zambia and everywhere. What we need is endorsements to let the people that still alive. Now, a few of our brothers are over here already that got out after 30-something years in the penitentiary. Good God Almighty. So there's a few of us around. So what we want is endorsements, seal of approval, because they don't know. Because we want to work with all those people. But we want to let them know, hold it. Sorry, y'all been working with the police, all them black-looking niggas that are them is the police. I don't care what they tell you and what you think. They still the police. So, also our dear Latino brothers, you M&Ms and Mexican mafia and all of y'all, some of us have been little friends, but y'all got to stop killing each other like dogs. Good God Almighty. You killing each other worse than niggas. My goodness. Not only in America, but in Mexico. Zetas, Sinaloa cartel. Same trick, divide, conquer, and rule. Have y'all ever thought that every time one of y'all get big, let's take in Colombia, Pablo Escobar gets big, then they get rid of him, and then they bring the Cali cartel in. There's never a misstep in the drugs. There's never a drought or nothing. It's right, it goes, doop, doop. They get rid of one, and there he is. You ever notice that they find all of their money? You know why? Here's the way they do you, they did me, they did everybody. I'm telling you from South America. I'm telling you from my home base in Culiacan, back over 40 years ago. You know where that is. You Sinaloa cartel, no, it's the capital of Sinaloa, isn't it? Tres Rios, y'all remember that? Okay, here's what I'm telling you. They do you like they do niggas. When you get up a certain level, they infiltrate you with lawyers, with guides, how to do all the big stuff like that. And they make you, they help you. Already had it big. They make sure everything is in place. Then when it's time to get rid of you, their lawyers, all of that, snitches, they know where all your money is, they know all of that, and they surround you and they kill you. Or, like poor Mexico right now, good as y'all was doing, all that money, you gotta build up Mexico, or build up grocery chains in America. Have your people here build up chains in America. Call them Sinaloa, call them Nayarit, call them all that. Mexican takeover. Use your money right. Stop buying all that. You look like niggas down there buying all them fancy, driving in the jungles of Mexico. Yes, it's crazy. You're just like niggas, except you speak Spanish, of course. Well, it ain't far. Look. And all the killing y'all doing, 35,000 people last year before last. Why? When you was getting along so well. Where did the guns come from? Didn't they say, the white man's newspaper say the guns come from the federal government in the United States? Yes, they do. Why? Because y'all done got big. Some of you opened good businesses. And you're helping your economy in Mexico. Well, if you take the money from here back to Mexico and leave 25% of it up here, in 10 years, you'll be more powerful than. But if you fight each other, why you fight each other and you just get along? Because the United States government has people in each organization, snitches, collaborators, and they tell one guy, and we gotta fight them, and you both have collaborators, advisors on several levels inside of each one of your organizations. So just like Negroes, you will make millions of dollars like niggas did in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and don't let them have a dime of it now. How did that happen? Y'all not thinking. The government surrounded me all the time, and I didn't make no much well amount of money that y'all was making. Haven't been broke yet, tell the truth. And the white man steals money from me every day, all the time, and I ain't broke yet. You know, the old fat lady, she claimed I lost weight in California. When they took my money out the bank, she called my house. Well, you said you hadn't been broke in 50 years, well, you broke now. That's too bad. One thing about it, can't nobody tell, can they? We done tricked these fools. Now, back to the America. We're gonna move toward a close. We're moving to a level of high sophistication, but we're not on the colored level. We're not prisoners of this masjid. We was doing all of that because that's what we were doing. All that. So, our long-range goal is, number one, to make America the good. America can be number one again. But it's going to have to be different. It's not on that. It's going to be on a whole different chain. We're going to come in, and we're going to try to help America become number one. But America the good, not America the great. Midterm, script writing, storytelling, filmmaking, shape the revolution. That's what we're in the process of doing right now. Shaping the revolution. Telling the people about the revolution, the evolution, and how it will be by making movies. some parliament, emissaries, all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go through, but we're not going to be punished. You know, we're getting pretty good at just stopping. So I'm going to give you a quick warning. In a hot minute, we're going to stop. So, what are we proving? This is the big question. What are we proving? What have we proved? What have we already proved? We proved that the United States government is a bunch of damn fools. They're not the champion anymore. They're just existing off of feelings. We've clowned them right on the thing right here for the last several years. Clowned them. Clown them, make fun of them. Out of the FBI and stuff like that. That's teasing the system, making fun of the system. We told them exactly what we was going to do, then and now. It was over 10 years ago, that's what it was, 2007. When it was Muhammad Ali and Jack Johnson style. Right now, this day, we're using the Mr. Jeff syndrome. When Jack Johnson hooked Jim Jeffries, slapped him all around, with snipers all around the ring. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, Mr. Jeff, I'm fitting to hit you in the tummy. Bam, hit him in the tummy. Can you imagine how that white man felt? In the ring with that nigga and the nigga just playing with him. Oh, Mr. Jeff, I'm fixing to hit you in the eye, Mr. Jeff. And he can't stop him. Can you imagine how somebody would feel? He can't quit. There all the white folks is looking. He's the great white hope. That's what we're doing that today. We've done it. We slapped the system in the mouth, upside the head all day. We've told them exactly what we were going to do for the last 15 years. And the last 10 years is strictly Jack Johnson, Muhammad Ali style. Footwork, designing actions. Designing actions, this is old stuff. We designed everything that happened to us, we didn't design it. Of course, they do it. So what are we proving? We're proving that if you have a clean heart, that Allah that puts you in motion for a mission, you can do anything you want to do. And you can whip old Sam all day long. We done already proved that. That's a done deal. That is already done. We got CDs, DVDs, we got, I know y'all have been keeping up with the CDs from 2013, 14, 15, and all of those. They're magnificent. They're detailed. Look at here. Okay. So what are we proving? We're proving that you don't have to be a second-class citizenship. You don't have to follow in behind immigrants. You don't have to kiss nobody's behind. If you're a good person, if you're a believer, and you work in the cause of Allah, Allah will protect you from all your enemies. I want you to understand, whether you believe it or not, but you should do some research. The amount of attacks that we have dealt with, let's say in the last 15 years, good God, 20 years, 30 years is unbelievable. I got the list, it's unbelievable. You can't even talk about it much. You're going to go to a program and give a talk in Houston or something. They impound your car at the airport when you come pick it up. It's a perfect car. You drove up to Boston, make a talk, MIT, stuff like that. Right? It's such a consistency that we've been dealing with. And it's easy. So what are we proving? We've already proved it, that you can't survive. And you can do it without meanness, without evilness, that you can do with kindness, with optimism and humor. Okay, What are we teaching? That's what we're teaching. We have to teach people about a better world. That's what the Muslim Parliament is. The Muslim Parliament is the apparatus that will organize all of this and make it happen, like a government. That's what we're heading toward, a real non-territorial government. And 2020 vision, so we should have several million of influence by then. Now remember, I'll close with this. This is another one of white man's scales. It's called circle of concern, circle of influence. Other books call it area of concern, area of influence. Okay. So our area of concern is all the peoples of the world. Everything. Weather, climate, everything. But our area of influence, first, we take what we can do. Our area of influence is the United States of America. How we're going to influence change and everything else? The Muslim Parliament of the United States of America that have all the non-governmental institutions that it takes. All the governmental institutions that it takes. And yes, we will have authority, but that's what we didn't come to. Without power, authority, and wealth, I don't care. If you're poor, you're just going to sit on the hospital and die. So, right? I mean, you know, that's what the world has been like that. So, to begin with, we start way out in the millions. So, we don't want nobody, y'all listen, don't come send us no check for $200-300. Well, that's all we got. But get you some friends and send checks $10, $20, $30, $50, $100,000. Or just have somebody deliver it in cash. Because if you send checks, you know, I have got one or two checks in the last several years. Because the mail is delivered by the United States government. I used to get money all the time. But all of a sudden, it just stopped. Now, you probably get your checks back with a stamp that says Masjid al-Islam, have some stamp like ours, but it ain't ours, but it's... Money order? Yeah, post a money order, that's what we've always said, but save a whole lot of money and come and bring it and deliver it by hand. Wait till I go running in the woods, which I'll let you know. And then wait till you see all the people running by. It's going to be some guys on bicycles. They're going to make sure. And soon, hide in the woods. As soon as I come by, look that way, hand it to me and go and run back in the woods. Because they're out there trying to figure out who is he meeting in the woods. Oh, I haven't got time with him. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been messing with this white man a long time. And no wear and tear, God has to be running the show. Because don't nobody stay in no stubble that long with no wear and tear. Thank y'all very much. As-Sabiqun wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
There was one question.